Once again, in boxing out of the red corner, he is the MCP Heavyweight Champion, Sam Richards. His opponent, across the ring, boxing out of the blue corner, the challenger, Dan Patrick Martin Curtin. 3 2-minute rounds, over to Rob.
Tank Promotions 10th anniversary bout 21, myself, Malcolm Martin, and as for the MCP Heavyweight title, as sponsored by Gourmet 58, Lazy Frog and Off the Cuff, and we have Sam Richards, the champion, in the red corner with the red top. We have Dan Curtin, the challenger, who's topless, and a bit of controversy over this one about how long it would be. Dan seems to think it would be 5, it's actually 3. We'll see if this makes a difference. But it is 3 rounds, and Sam has come out all guns blazing as the champion, looking to fire big straight punches into the face of Dan. Dan tucking up tightly, and he needs to here. Good shots from both, but it's Sam that's really letting flow with these combinations, forcing Dan to tuck up tightly. He's a tough customer, Dan. And he needs to be with the start that Sam made here. Now Dan looking to get his own punches flowing, working behind that jab. Dan came to Swindon with an Oxford shirt. I bet that went down well, but that's Dan. He's a character. But at the moment he's under real pressure here from Sam. He's soaking up these punches, but he is being forced to take them, which means in terms of the points, it's looking a big round to Sam at the moment. Look to swing with that right. That's probably the worst shot of the round from Sam. Everything else has been sharp and straight. Both men with their hands down now. A bit of kidology going on here. And then tucks up the gloves again. The peekaboo from Dan. Sam's put a lot of effort into this opening round, and Dan's still there, and here he goes again. Dan steps in, last 10 seconds, and it's been a dominant round for Sam without actually hurting Dan. A lot of work, a lot of good punches, a lot of scoring points, but Dan hasn't actually been hurt. 1 down, 2 to go. The heavyweight title belt at stake. The champion there took the first round for me. So 2 of 3. And Dan still on his toes, still moving lightly. After being on the receiving end for most of the first round. Right to the midsection, then left and right, and Sam starts exactly the same way he did in the first. Dan looking to walk him down, but Sam moved back to the centre of the ring. Dan, the tight guard again, now starts to work his own jab. And you wonder how much that huge first round took out of Sam. Having said that, he's still throwing these combinations. Now Dan looking to throw back more consistently and more frequently. Here in the second. Sam ducks low under that punch, moves away, throws the jab, ducks again. Drops his hands. That kidology again as Dan walks in and then looks for those left and rights. And now Dan backs Sam up, I think waiting for this moment. Was it the old rope-a-dope? Having said that, Sam fires back again. They've both planted their feet and they're throwing the heavy shots now. Dan leaning in on Sam. Sam pushing back. The right hand over the top from Dan. Looks for the uppercut and the left hook. Beginning to get through now. Dan, Sam fires back with that left and right that he's peppered Dan with throughout the first round. But Dan beginning to walk his man down and just start to throw these combinations. And once again, he just pushes those shots out like pistons, Sam. Just when you think he might be spent, another combination comes. Firing away again as Dan leads into him. Right hook to the body, left hook to the head from Dan. Last 10 seconds, it's been a better round from Dan, and he's certainly put in a lot more combinations, but Sam, for me, has managed to keep up the momentum when I thought he might tire. 2 down, just 1 left. So I've got Dan needing a really big round here to take this. They touch gloves. And Dan shaking his head. I don't know whether it's because he was looking for 5 and looking to do the rope-a-dope tactics, made famous by Muhammad Ali, and as the rounds were on, then really take it to Sam. As it is, he's got just this round, and he's got to make it count because Sam has kept those left and rights coming. Dan, tight guard and pushing forward, more urgency about his work here in the 3rd round. Pushing in, leaning in, using those little hooks to the body. And they go again. And Sam, that long jab, right cuffing hand from Dan as he comes in. And Sam, you can hear grunt as he throws those combinations. He set a frantic pace in the 1st. And now Dan beginning to unload with these combinations as he leans into Sam, using every little trick in the book for this in-close boxing. Sam with the long jab, hands low again, throws the straight right. Dan walks through it. Dan throws the short right to the body, leans in once more. Referee steps in between them, not long left in this bout. And Dan steps forward again, the left and right from Sam. He moves away as Dan moves in, looking to create that space. Busiest Dan's been here in the 3rd. And he's got at least a share of this round for me, if not taking it. I've got the first 2 to Sam. And the last 10 here. And Dan looking to keep Sam backed up. Pushing forward. There you have it. 3 hard rounds. And Dan is still complaining that he thought it was 5. And I think I could see the logic. He's thinking, I'm getting to work here in the 3rd. I was going to work in the 4th and 5th. Let Sam tire himself out. So Antonio, MCP, with the belt, and Dan is not a happy man.
Okay, ladies and gents, let's have a round of applause for Sam and for Dan.
I think over the 3 rounds, though, it's going to remain with the champion.
Antonio Barbieri, promoter of MCP, in the ring. After 3 rounds of championship boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards, and we do have a winner by way of split decision.
It's a split decision.
Your winner and the new MCP.
Well, Dan took it. Well, I'm surprised at that. I mean, Dan wanted 5 rounds. Sam is shocked. I've got to agree with him. I gave Dan the 3rd round, but I gave Sam the 1st and 2nd. Controversy here. Dan was not a happy man, but he takes the belt.
We're here at Tank Promotions. We got a new mixed combat promotions champion. How you feeling, man?
Listen, I make no words of a lie here. I was told it was 5 rounds. It's 5 rounds on the paper. I started slow. I wasn't fit. I didn't train. Other things come into it, but take nothing away from Sam Richards. You know, he won this night, but I promised him we'll do it again because I don't think that was fair. So me and him will win it again. 5 rounds this time, like it should have been.
So we got mixed combat promotions in June. Is that the way we want to do it?
We'll have to see. Like I said, I've got my kiddie due a month after that. So, listen, we'll do it.
Message to the people who come out to support tonight.
Yeah, massive thank you to the boys, Groundworks, my missus Abby. Can't wait to have our baby boy Saxton, my dad, my family, everyone. And this is a message to my daughter Marnie. I can't see you at the minute, but Daddy loves you and I'm thinking of you all the time. You're on my shorts. This is for you, baby. Mwah.
Congratulations, Dan. Well done.